Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Welcome to the graduation ceremony at the University of Akron. Please take a moment now to identify the nearest exit to you so you can safely exit the building if it should become necessary to do so. Out of respect for the dignity of this ceremony, we ask that you turn off your cell phone, pager, or other personal communication or entertainment devices. Please refrain from using personal communication devices during the ceremony. Thank you for your cooperation and understanding of this request. Our graduation ceremony will begin in a few moments.
Candidates, please be seated. Mr. President, the candidates are assembled.
Good morning. Welcome, everyone. Today we are gathered in formal convocation with graduates in the areas of health professions and military science to celebrate the 217th commencement exercises of the University of Akron. Will you please rise and join Catherine Miller in the singing of our national anthem?
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the that our flag was still there. Oh, see, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to extend the most cordial welcome to all who have joined us for the 217th commencement ceremonies of the University of Akron. This spring class of 2016 consists of 3,031 candidates from 35 states and 17 countries. This group includes 40 candidates for doctoral degrees, 92 for Juris Doctor degrees, 675 for master's degrees, 1,894 for bachelor's degrees, and 330 for associate degrees. Welcome, graduates, and welcome to the parents, spouses, relatives, and friends who have helped make possible this day of achievement and who share your pride in this celebration. We will begin with a few important introductions. First and foremost, we are joined by representatives of our more than 700 distinguished faculty, including this ceremony's Grand Marshal, the Assistant Professor of Social Work, Dr. Gina Sang. I'd like to ask the faculty behind me to please rise and to be recognized at this time. We are honored to have with us members of the Board of Trustees of the University of Akron. And I'd ask that they stand as I call their names and remain standing, that we hold our applause until all have been introduced. First, Chairman of the Board, Mr. Jonathan T. Pavloff of Akron. Vice Chair, Mr. Roland H. Bauer of Silver Lake. Mrs. Olivia P. DeMoss of Richfield. And Dr. Alfred V. Giraldo of Akron. Student Trustees, Matthew R. Hull of Canton, and Darnell D. Davis, Jr. of Akron. Those trustees who serve by gubernatorial appointment are joined on the board by two prominent leaders in our region selected for their acumen and expertise. One is with us today, Advisory Trustee Ms. Sandra Pianalto of Akron. We likewise are honored to have with us today the Honorable James Renacci from the United States House of Representatives. Also joining us to receive an honorary degree is Bishop F. Josephus Johnson II. We will hear more about these distinguished guests later. Now please join me in greeting our trustees and our special guest. University of Akron administration also is represented today by several members. I would ask that they stand and be recognized at this time. Now I'd like to ask Mr. Jonathan Pavlov, Chair of the University of Akron Board of Trustees, to extend greetings on behalf of the board. Mr. Pavlov.
Thank you, Mr. President. And good morning. On behalf of the University of Akron's Board of Trustees, I offer a warm welcome to our guests, and especially to the spring 2016 graduating class. Graduates, you are the sole reason why this university exists, and we thank you for entrusting us with your higher education. You had many options from which to choose, and we sincerely hope your Akron experience has proven that you chose wisely. In addition to conveying our gratitude, we want you to know that we appreciate and applaud your accomplishments here. Through great effort and perseverance, you have seized opportunities to broaden and sharpen your thinking, expand your worldview, attain professional and personal growth, and become educated citizens. Now, you will have more and greater opportunities to thrive, to contribute, and to serve. My fellow trustees and I wish that the journey awaiting you will be filled with good health, good fortune, and continued success, and will, from time to time, lead you back here to your alma mater. We are honored to join with your families, friends, and faculty in celebrating this important milestone. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, this morning's address to the graduates will be delivered by United States Congressman James Renacci. He represents the 16th District and currently serves on the House Ways and Means Committee and the House Budget Committee. His full biography is provided in your program, but allow me to share with you just a few highlights of his distinguished career. A native of Western Pennsylvania, Jim Renacci was the first member of his working-class family to graduate from college. He earned a bachelor's degree in business administration from Indiana University of Pennsylvania in 1980 and became a certified public accountant. He worked for a time at Grant Thornton in Pittsburgh, then moved to Wadsworth, Ohio in 1983. There, he founded ROTC Management Services, a company that owned, operated, and managed nursing facilities throughout the region. That was the first of several business ventures he created. In fact, Jim Renacci has owned and operated more than 60 entities, created more than 1,500 jobs, and employed more than 3,000 people. He's also dedicated much of his life to public service. He spent 5 years as a volunteer firefighter in Wadsworth, served on the city's Planning Commission, Board of Zones Appeal, and was later elected to 2 terms as president of the City Council. In 2004, Renacci was elected mayor of Wadsworth. He successfully balanced the city's $80 million budget and converted a multi-million-dollar deficit into a surplus, all without raising taxes. Jim Renacci was elected to the United States House of Representatives in November 2010 and was sworn into office January 2011. He is serving his 3rd term representing the 16th District of Ohio. Renacci and his wife Tina have 2 sons and a daughter. Graduates, please give your attention to this highly accomplished and successful legislator. Congressman Renacci, would you step forward at this time and address our graduates? Welcome.
Good morning, class of 2016. It's an honor to be here with all of you today. It doesn't seem that long ago that I was sitting right where you are today, minutes away from graduating, with my whole life ahead of me. At that time, I had no idea what the next years of my life might bring. And I certainly never thought I would be standing here 36 years later, delivering the commencement speech to all of you. In fact, I can't even tell you who my commencement speaker was. Like many of you, my mind was elsewhere. I'm focused on things like hanging out with my friends and family afterwards, making plans for the summer, and what I might be doing in the weeks and months following graduation. But my hope today is that I can share with you some of the lessons I've learned since I sat in your seats, and to paint a picture of the world of opportunities that lie ahead of all of you. Today marks the end of one memorable and important stage of your life, but it also marks the beginning of a new and exciting stage, one that is defined by endless opportunities that may take you places you have never imagined. But never forget, opportunities are what you make of them. And the decisions you make in the next few years of your life will set the stage for what you do with the rest of it. Let's face it, your first 21 years were just the start of the building process of your life's future. You have dug the footers of your life's building blocks. Some of you may have done a better job than others in doing that, but it is what you do from this point on that will truly determine what your future looks like. Trust me on this. You see, I was just an average student. I wasn't the smartest guy in the class, but I had big dreams, and I understood to my core the value of hard work and competition. Hard work is something everyone likes to talk about in speeches. You hear many politicians say, if you work hard and do the right thing, anything is possible. That is true. But hard work is more than just talk. Hard work often requires doing what others won't do. Hard work may demand long days, late nights, and putting what's best for your future ahead of what may seem more fun or easiest for today. But one thing I've learned time and again over the years is that when you combine hard work with doing the right thing and dreaming big, truly anything is possible. After today, some of you may go directly into the workforce. Others may seek a higher degree. No matter what step is next for you or what you've done in days past, never forget that you can achieve anything if you put your mind and heart into it. I am proof of that. So let me share a few quick life lessons that I hope will help you along the way. Lesson 1, take responsibility for yourself. What you make of the rest of your life is up to you. Success, your education, your health, and your prosperity are all up to you. Take responsibility for it and take ownership of both your successes and your failures. And a lot of people may have helped you get where you are so far in life. your parents, your family, your friends, and your teachers. Be thankful for them and appreciate what they have done for you to this point. But now is the time to pay them back by taking responsibility for yourself rather than relying on others. Lesson 2, do not fear failure. Success is not about avoiding failure or getting knocked down. It's about getting back up. At times in life, we will all fail. Those that succeed are those that get back up when they fail and refuse to quit. All of us who try will experience failure, but only those who have failed will value success. Many of the most important lessons I have learned in my life came from trying and failing, and it was the lessons that led me to success. Use any failure you may encounter in life to strengthen your resolve to do better next time. In other words, use your failures as the building blocks for future success. Lesson 3, seize your own future. Do not let it seize you. Life moves quickly, and if you don't set your own course, others will set it for you. There are plenty of distractions in your life's journey, but do not forget where you are. If you are heading to graduate school, establish for yourself what direction you want to take, and then take it. If you're going directly in the workforce, work hard, save money, and don't settle. In today's world, your first job will not be your last job. So make the most of each job opportunity you have, and it will lead to even greater success. Lesson 4, save your money. Considering the size of our country's debt, you may be weary of taking financial planning from a member of Congress. But, again, take my word for this. I was a successful businessman long before I ever decided to run for Congress. Since I was young, my grandfather taught me to set aside 50% of my paycheck in a savings and spend only 25% of what I brought home. When I asked him, what do I do with the remaining 25%? He said, save that too. He was right. Save all you can today, and you will thank yourself later. Finally, never stop dreaming. Life will throw you curveballs. At times you will feel failure, and your goals may be out of reach, but your dreams will only die when you let them die. If you stay motivated, stay hungry, and keep dreaming, one day those dreams will become your reality. So let me tell you why I have so much faith in those 5 life lessons. When I graduated from college, I had my own dreams. I wanted to get a good job. I wanted to get married. I wanted to have a family, and I wanted to own my own business. As I said, I wasn't the smartest kid in the world. I didn't come from money, but I figured out what I wanted and went after it. I took responsibility for myself and left nothing to others. After failing several times, I learned from those failures, and then I stopped fearing failure. I forced myself to get back up every time. I set my own course, seized my own future, and never let anyone tell me what I could and could not do. I saved as much money as I could, and even in the lowest moments, I refused to let go of my dreams. Right after graduating from college, I got that good job. Less than 4 years after I graduated from college, I started my own business. My dreams were beginning to come true. I then got married and had a family. Over the next several years, I was blessed to turn one business into many. I was able to create jobs, employ thousands of people, and help those same employees build careers of their own and achieve their own dreams. I had the opportunity to serve in my community in a wide range of ways, from a firefighter to a mayor. And in 2010, I was elected to the United States Congress, something I never thought in a million years I could have a chance to do. But by dreaming big and working hard, anything is possible in America. And the privilege I have today of working in public service, doing my best to make people's lives easier, and keeping the American dream alive is one of my greatest honors of my life. And it was the lessons I mentioned above that helped me along the way. So here they are again. Take responsibility for yourself. Do not fear failure. Seize your own future. Do not let it seize you. Save your money, and never stop dreaming. So in closing, I leave you with these words from Teddy Roosevelt that I hope have captured my message to you today far better than I could have on my own. It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But it does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasm, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows, at the end of triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, and so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. Congratulations, class of 2016. Now it's time to get to work.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesties, above the fruited plain. America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for patriot dream that sees beyond the years, thine alabaster cities gleam, undimmed by human tears. America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Thank you, Catherine. I now ask Trustees Pavlov and Bauer to escort Bishop F. Josephus Johnson II, or as he prefers to be called, Bishop Joey Johnson, to the podium for the awarding of the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters. Our university order will recite the record of Bishop Johnson's accomplishments.
For more than 42 years, Bishop Johnson has led one of Akron's largest churches, the House of the Lord, as its organizer and senior pastor. In 2004, he was promoted to the bishopric and granted Doctor of Divinity degree by the Joint College of African American Pentecostal Bishops Congress. He is now the presiding bishop of the Bethel Fellowship of Visionary Churches. A renowned Bible scholar and author, Bishop Johnson also serves as a counselor, educator, conference speaker, and workshop facilitator. He founded the Johnson Leadership Institute to train and mentor pastors and other church leaders. Bishop Johnson established Emmanuel Christian Academy and Logos Bible Institute to educate children and adults in the Christian faith. As his ministry has grown beyond this region, so too has the scope of his endeavors. In 2011, his church partnered with 2 area companies to develop the Village at New Season. This enterprise provides attractive housing for low-income senior citizens, retail space, and a fully staffed healthcare center operated by Summa Health System. In 2014, Bishop Johnson was appointed to the Ohio Attorney General's Advisory Group on Law Enforcement Training to review and recommend improvements to peace officer training. Bishop Johnson has written 6 books, and a 7th will be published this May. He has garnered many honors in his lifetime, most recently, the University of Akron's Black Male Legacy Award, presented just a few weeks ago. He is married to Pastor Kathy Johnson, and they have 2 adult children and 8 grandchildren. In recognition of his impressive ministerial accomplishments and exemplary service to the community, state, and nation, Bishop F. Josephus Johnson II is presented to receive the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
Bishop Joey Johnson, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University of Akron and the state of Ohio, I now confer upon you, F. Josephus Johnson II, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all of the rights, privileges, duties, and responsibilities of that degree. As evidence of this, the highest honor the university can bestow, you will now be vested with the hood of the Doctor of Humane Letters and receive an appropriately inscribed diploma. Bishop Johnson, congratulations.
I want to thank Dr. Scarborough, the trustees, and the University of Akron for this honor. I do not take it lightly because it makes a powerful statement. It says that the University of Akron is interested in lifelong learning, whether that learning is formal or informal. It says that the University of Akron is a facilitator of learning in the community and readily recognizes the importance of learning wherever that learning occurs. In addition, I want to congratulate those of you who have completed your courses of study and are being honored here today. Having attended this university between the years of 1970 and 1974 and dropping out because of family, work, and church responsibilities, I know something about the level of work that you have invested to reach this level of achievement. Since dropping out, my course of study has consisted of 50 to 100 books a year for many years, and an average of 2 papers a week, one on Wednesday night, one on Sunday morning, for 42 years. And my papers are graded in real time through attendance and offerings. I didn't read all of those books and write all of those papers to be noticed or to be honored, but it is a humbling and enjoyable moment in life. Although I remain committed to the level of work that I've maintained for years, this honor will provide extra wind beneath my educational wings. I hope those of you who are witnessing this important honor will be encouraged to seek ongoing, lifelong, formal and informal education. I pray that you will consider today as an affirmation of your educational endeavors and at the beginning of your ongoing pursuit of personal improvement through that lifelong learning. When I preach, I often ask the question somewhere around the end, so what? What is lifelong learning all about? It is about discovering oneself so that you can give yourself away for the benefit of humanity. At a certain level of enlightenment, the deeper values of life ought to be facilitated. Albert Einstein wrote, "Our time is distinguished by wonderful achievements in the field of scientific understanding and the technical application of these insights. Who would not be cheered by this? But let's not forget that knowledge and skills alone cannot lead humanity to a happy and a dignified life. Humanity has every reason to place the proclaimers of high moral standards and values above the discoverers of objective truth. What humanity owes to personalities like Buddha, Moses, and Jesus ranks for me higher than all the achievements of the inquiring and constructive mind. I encourage you today to use your degree to pursue whatever ultimately matters in life. And again, I'm honored and I thank you for this honor.
It is appropriate at this time that we give special recognition to those graduates who have demonstrated outstanding scholastic achievement in the completion of an undergraduate degree. On page 20 of your program, you will find an explanation of the criteria for the awarding of these special designations. Recipients of academic honors also are noted individually in your program. As I call on each group, I ask that its members please rise and remain standing. And as they do, I ask our audience to take notice of the honors cords, the stoles, or medallions worn by these graduates as symbols of their exemplary accomplishments. I also ask that you hold your applause until all have been recognized. First, will Williams Honors Scholars please rise? Will those graduating summa cum laude please rise? Will those graduating magna cum laude please rise? Will those graduating cum laude please rise? Will those graduating with highest distinction, high distinction or distinction, please rise? Will those who have been inducted into collegiate honor societies also please rise? In addition to these scholars, we recognize those who have served our nation. Will candidates who are veterans of the armed forces also please rise? Congratulations to all. Please be seated. Now we will proceed with the conferral of undergraduate degrees. Will Interim Provost Dr. Rex Ramsier please come forward?
Will the graduating ROTC cadets please rise and remain standing? Mr. President, these students have successfully fulfilled the requirements of one of the undergraduate curricula at the University of Akron. With the approval of the faculty, they are now presented to you to receive the appropriate degree.
Thank you, Dr. Ramsier. Exercising the authority of the trustees of the University of Akron legally vested by the people of the state of Ohio and upon the recommendation of our faculty, I now confer upon each of you who has fulfilled all of the requirements of the appropriate degree with all of the rights, privileges, duties, and responsibilities of that degree. As our cadets come forward, I want to share some of the proud heritage of ROTC on our campus. The program has been regarded as an integral part of the university, a respected academic department that provides strong leadership and management courses and offers a minor in military science. Today, these cadets follow in the steps of a long line of military officers who began their distinguished careers at the University of Akron. Our Reserve Officers Training Corps program dates back to 1919 and is one of the oldest in the country. These candidates, these cadets, have excelled both by earning their bachelor's degrees and by demonstrating the skills required to be commissioned officers in the armed forces of the United States. I believe that they are well prepared. I know we all have high expectations for their success, and we are most grateful for their service. Now, candidates, as evidence of your achievements, you will be called to the stage to be commissioned by Lieutenant Colonel Michael Gonzalez, Adjunct Professor of Military Science and Leadership.
In appreciation and respect for all our cadets, we would like you to hold your applause and any acknowledgments of your individual students so that our graduates and their guests are able to hear their names read. From the Buchtel College of Arts and Sciences, receiving the degree Bachelor of Arts, cum laude, Jessica DeCourcy. Second Lieutenant DeCourcy will be assigned to the 257th Transportation Battalion in Gainesville, Florida. Cum laude, Nicholas Smith. Second Lieutenant Smith will be assigned to the 583rd Military Police Company in North Canton, Ohio. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Science in Political Science, Criminal Justice, Charliza Gordon. Second Lieutenant Gordon will be assigned to the United States Army Military Police Officer School at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. From the College of Engineering, receiving the degree Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, Tyler Miller. Second Lieutenant Miller will be assigned to Bravo Company, 554th Engineer Battalion at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. From the College of Applied Science and Technology, receiving the degree Bachelor of Science in Computer Information Systems, Peter Rainey. Also receiving Associate of Applied Business in Computer Information Systems. Second Lieutenant Rainey will be assigned to the 1484 Transportation Company in North Canton, Ohio. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Science in Emergency Management and Homeland Security, cum laude Michael Pataka. Also receiving with distinction Associate of Applied Science in Criminal Justice Technology. Second Lieutenant Pataka will be assigned to Alpha Troop 2 of the 107th Cavalry in Greenville, Ohio. Cum laude Samuel Shear. Also receiving with distinction Associate of Applied Science in Criminal Justice Technology. Second Lieutenant Shear will be assigned to the 2nd Brigade Combat Team, 1st Armored Division at Fort Bliss, Texas. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Science in Organizational Supervision, magna cum laude Zachary Jones. Second Lieutenant Jones will be attending the Southern Baptist Theological Seminary in Louisville, Kentucky. Lieutenant Colonel Gonzalez will now administer the oath of office.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name. Have been appointed an officer in the Army of the United States. In the grade of Second Lieutenant, do solemnly swear. That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Against all enemies, foreign or domestic.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I take this obligation freely and without any mental reservation.
I take this obligation freely and without any mental reservations.
Or purpose of evasion.
Or purpose of evasion.
And that I will well and faithfully discharge.
Well and faithfully discharge.
The duties of the office upon which I am about to enter.
The duties of the office which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Questions about now this
Will Dr. David Gordon, Dean of the College of Health Professions, please rise? Will the candidates for degrees from the College of Health Professions please rise? Mr. President, these students have successfully fulfilled the requirements of one of the undergraduate curricula in the college. With the approval of the dean and faculty, they now are presented to you to receive the appropriate degree.
Exercising the authority of the trustees of the University of Akron, legally vested by the people of the state of Ohio and upon the recommendation of our faculty, I now confer upon each of you who has fulfilled all of the requirements, the appropriate degree, with the rights, privileges, duties, and responsibilities of that degree. Would you please be seated for just a moment? Now, candidates, as evidence of your achievements, you will be called to the stage to receive the appropriate diploma. Please follow the directions of the university marshals. Proceed unto the stage where you'll be greeted by your dean.
In appreciation and respect for all our graduates, we would like you to hold your applause and any acknowledgments of your individual student so that our graduates and their guests are able to hear their names called. From the College of Health Professions, receiving the degree Bachelor of Arts, Brianna Bird. Summa cum laude, Amanda Brewer. Cum laude, Ashley Bruner. Cum laude, Brooke Caserta. Magna cum laude, Andrina Cordill. Summa cum laude, Lauren Costello. Summa cum laude, Annalie Haas, also receiving summa cum laude, Bachelor of Arts in Family and Child Development. Cum laude, Scholler Pettit. Taylor Shellhammer. Magna cum laude, Jasmine Simmons. Summa cum laude, Allison Sorber. Magna cum laude, Nellie Turner. Alicia Virovitz. Magna cum laude, Kelsey Watson. Summa cum laude, Kaylin Williams. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Arts in Child Life Specialist, magna cum laude, Anna George. Magna cum laude, Rachel Hartgen. Cum laude, Selena Ramsey. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Arts, Social Work, Lisa Austin. Garrett Barr. Shayla Bizkovic. Ryan Black. Cum laude, Olivia Brewer. Magna cum laude, Sharon Cade. Summa cum laude, Rebecca Cool. Kimyada Cooper, Jr. Cum laude, Jenna Ferrero. Magna cum laude, Annette Fisher. Summa cum laude, Marisa Harris. Cum laude, Maura Hawkins. Jenna Hayden. Kimberly Hattrick. Cum laude, Sarah Hinkle. Summa cum laude, Shayna Hughes. Summa cum laude, Maggie Johnson. Martina Jones. Nancy Lidge. Abron McCausland. Summa cum laude, Shannon McKenna. Caitlin Miller. Cum laude, Angela Manier. Magna cum laude, Julia Mizda. Cum laude, Caitlin Pavick. Tracy Pelfrey. Summa cum laude, Janelle Quinn. Magna cum laude, Jennifer Retzer. Melissa Shaw. Felicia Staniford. Stephanie Stevenson. Summa cum laude, Michelle Wages. Amber Wingard. Cum laude, Kelsey Wheeler. Cum laude, Kaylin Wood. Summa cum laude, Valerie Yoder. Receiving the degree, Bachelor of Arts in Speech, Language, Pathology, and Audiology, Chantel Amison. Cum laude, Madeline Anderson. Olivia Bossell. Magna cum laude, Jessica DeLuca. Ian Durant. Grace Finn. Bianca Freemartino. Summa cum laude, Caitlin George. Tracy Hupel. Magna cum laude, Mary LaFresso. Summa cum laude, Mary Kate Procopius. Cum laude, Megan Riley. Summa cum laude, Sarah Schwartzer. Cum laude, Olivia Tennyson. Cum laude, Victoria Turnbull. Receiving the degree, Bachelor of Science in Athletic Training, R. Xavier Briding. Anthony Gooden, Jr. David Gray. Jennifer Jones. Cum laude, Sean Kilbuck. Cum laude, Scott Lucas. Magna cum laude, Amanda Marino. Cum laude, Scott McMullen. Michael Patterson. Magna cum laude, Sarah Shear. Receiving the degree, Bachelor of Science in Dietetics, Summa cum laude, Candace Conrad. Summa cum laude, Christy Conti. Angela D. Sabato. Magna cum laude, Joseph Dawdell. Magna cum laude, Nathaniel Dresp, also receiving magna cum laude, Bachelor of Science in Food and Environmental Nutrition. Jenna Eastman. Summa cum laude, Danielle Fink. Summa cum laude, Hillary Hawthorne. Cum laude, James Horton III. Logan Jacqueline. Magna cum laude, Emily Jacobs. Cum laude, Edmund Kleisman. Magna cum laude, Allison Leffler. Summa cum laude, Tran Luong. Whitney Melton. Magna cum laude, Samantha Menardo. Magna cum laude, Lindsay Moore, also receiving magna cum laude, Bachelor of Science in Food and Environmental Nutrition. Summa cum laude, Matthew Newman. Magna cum laude, Lauren Ondekirk. Magna cum laude, Holly Orzansky. Magna cum laude, Nicole Ryan. Jenna Strauss, also receiving Bachelor of Science in Food and Environmental Nutrition. Summa cum laude, Deborah Thomas. Cum laude, Callie Vetter. Summa cum laude, Kelsey Wetzel, also receiving summa cum laude, Bachelor of Science in Food and Environmental Nutrition. Cum laude, Elizabeth Wise. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Science in Education. Magna cum laude, Claire Adi. Kyle Alden. Ashley Argabright. Corey Burney. Matthew Brockius. Cum laude, Leslie Brown. Tiffany Caldwell. Alexandra Casil. Sierra Sesta. Kelly Craig. Tyler Cross. Tate Daniels. Imani Davis. Kimberly Edmond. Jade Edmonds. Jessica Emmerich. Thomas Ewing. Jordan Fox. Jason Gennaro II. Kashima Ginn. Ashley Gore. Michael Gray. Andrew Hatfield. Danielle Henderson. Rico Hinton. Bryce Howe. Camille Johnson. Magna cum laude, Elizabeth Kelch. Michael Cook. Timothy Kochulak. Cleo Kruger, also receiving Associate of Applied Science in Exercise Science Technology. Magna cum laude, Augustin Lanchi. Magna cum laude, Megan Leiber. Sterling Littlejohn. Davon Little. Maria Margada. Darren Martin. Magna cum laude, Natalie Matthews. Valentino Mackenzie. Cum laude, Sean McLaughlin. Cum laude, Nicholas Mendola. Casey Monda. Magna cum laude, Justin Nelson. James Petrella. LaShonda Pickett. Danielle Pillion. Caitlin Plogger. Mark Primuth. Elizabeth Ramsey. Cum laude, Holly Rostatter. Magna cum laude, Richard Roberts. Summa cum laude, Taylor Rodenbaugh. Summa cum laude, Leah Rossler. Summa cum laude, Rachel Salberg. Brian Sidetta. Cum laude, Bradley Shields. Summa cum laude, Zeta Sponman. Christopher Sprill. Magna cum laude, Mackenzie Stiff. Cum laude, Leslie Stoley. Meredith Tricasso. Jerome Turner. Dennis Van Fossen. Allison Vidica. Cum laude, Carly Walters. Evan Warwick. Courtney Weldon. Vincent Winters. Tyler Young. Receiving the degree, Bachelor of Science in Food and Environmental Nutrition. Cum laude, Janelle Albal. Sumaya Aldaboshi. Lauren Banks. Summa cum laude, Mandy Bomberger. Magna cum laude, Aaron Bratcher. Kirsten Greco. Pamela Leeson. Cum laude, Aaron Sealer. Melinda Stinson. Kristen Straub. Cum laude, Paige Swint. Cum laude, Nicole Williams.
Receiving the degree, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Emily Adelman. Olivia Albers. Lauren Bauman. Sade Binion. Cum laude, Amanda Brommerly. Andrew Bolt. Brittany Booth. Ashley Brandt. Justin Brody. Summa cum laude, Megan Brickner. Cum laude, Cullen Brinning. Jennifer Brown. Hannah Bullock. Magna cum laude, Courtney Kane. Summa cum laude, Hope Caldwell. Magna cum laude, Kara Campbell. Kristen Campbell. Sarah Campbell. Cum laude, Heather Carmody. Michelle Colgrove. Cynthia Conradi. Nicole Cornell. Vanessa Cornell. Cum laude, Lori Cremaldi. Rochelle Crouch. Magna cum laude, Stephen Seppi. Jacqueline Current. Cum laude, Mark Dantimo. Brandon Davis. Summa cum laude, Kathleen Davis. Rebecca Delaney. Magna cum laude, Adiani Delgado. Magna cum laude, Jessica Delic. Mariah DeVore. Tiffany Dillon. Magna cum laude, Angela Fernandez. Christina Fletcher. Summa cum laude, Logan Flickinger. Carrie Fonner. Christine Forster. Jennifer Fricky. Summa cum laude, Samantha Fritz. Maria Fuller. Magna cum laude, Melissa Gaynor. Sophia Gardner. Cum laude, Douglas Garner. Jeffrey Gill. Summa cum laude, Kristen Glass. Angela Grace. Hannah Grasonic. Cum laude, Lisa Jurgic. Grace Heil. Cum laude, Francis Hernandez Laboy. Magna cum laude, Lauren Herr. Daniel Hollow. Magna cum laude, Brooke Hurd. Magna cum laude, Lauren Hurley. Cum laude, Shannon Eyrig. Malicia Jankovic. Juanita Jett. Caitlin Keller. Cum laude, Christy Kello. Cum laude, Kristen Climate. Daniel Clash. Jared Kusherik. Cum laude, Hallie Kurtz. Magna cum laude, Rachel Lab. Tsering Lama. Ashley Lamb. Summa cum laude, Nicole Langles. James Lands. Rochelle Lefevre. Cum laude, Aubrey Lewis. Cum laude, Patricia Lloyd. Cum laude, Peyton Lloyd. Summa cum laude, Rachel Logan. Vincent Lupico. Cum laude, Melissa May. Magna cum laude, Abigail McGuire. Cum laude, Matthew Mahalko. Cum laude, Brittany Metzger. Magna cum laude, Jacqueline Milbaugh. Summa cum laude, Katie Miller. Cum laude, Christina Mokri. Magna cum laude, Ashley Morridge. Magna cum laude, Sarah Mueller. Summa cum laude, Rachel Narragon. Amy Newton. Cum laude, Catherine Nemick. Tammy O'Connell. Brittany O'Donnell. Magna cum laude, Kayla Osateo. Cum laude, Zoe Osberg. Marianne Parker. Dortea Pataki. Cum laude, Rachel Patterson. Cum laude, Tiffany Paul. Cum laude, Paul Penkalski. Julie Petrosky. Magna cum laude, Alexandra Pianalto. Summa cum laude, Kira Pilar. Cum laude, Hannah Raspopovich. Rashay Richardson. Magna cum laude, Michelle Rinaldi. Mark Roeder. Magna cum laude, Sarah Rogers. Cum laude, Kelly Rodabush. Magna cum laude, Chelsea Rule. Magna cum laude, Drew Rupp. Anna Schoneman. Magna cum laude, Megan Shunn. Magna cum laude, Julia Schwartz. Megan Seifert. Anna Self. Melissa Shaler. Victoria Sheehan. Carla Simmons. Cum laude, Danielle Simones. Henry Smith IV. Michelle Smith. Summa cum laude, Rachel Smith. Magna cum laude, Alexandra Smola. Summa cum laude, Allison Stanton. Kelsey Stantz. Cum laude, Paige Stevenor. Diaria Stewart. Courtney Stockard. Stacy Strasser. Magna cum laude, Josh Suba. Cum laude, Amber Swope. Cum laude, Daniel Takis. Caitlin Tisson. Rebecca Tisson. Cum laude, Angela Thompson. Summa cum laude, Tori Thompson. Ashley Trunick. Allison Ulmer. Cum laude, Victoria Wadsworth. Cum laude, Allison Ward. Summa cum laude, Kristen Wisemantle. Cum laude, Daniel Whited. Lachelle Woods. Summa cum laude, Jamie Waslick. Amanda Wypasik. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Science in Respiratory Therapy Technology. Turkey Al-Harbi. Summa cum laude, Moed Al-Jahani. Summa cum laude, Kamal Al-Kodadi. Summa cum laude, Mohammed Al-Sulaim. Ahmed Al-Zarani. Magna cum laude, Michelle Ashworth. Cum laude, Leah Gallatin. Magna cum laude, Alexis Howell. Magna cum laude, Robert Kettler III. Carrie Logan. Cum laude, Samantha McGlumphy. Derek Montgomery. Cum laude, Ryan Nichols. Summa cum laude, Victoriano Rodriguez III. Magna cum laude, Lisa Sheely. Magna cum laude, Douglas Snodgrass. Cheryl Spanauer. Summa cum laude, Michelle Vollison. Receiving the degree Associate of Applied Science in Community Services Technology, Tracy Dale. With distinction, Douglas Pearson. David Warren. Receiving the degree Associate of Applied Science in Medical Assisting Technology, Summer Dahlheimer. Cortland Johnson, also receiving Associate of Arts. Darla Jones. Devin Kent. Mallory McEwen. Christine Nixon, also receiving Associate of Arts. With distinction, Amy Sutherland. Jessica Uelski. Leah Vida. Cody Weeks. Receiving the degree Associate of Applied Science in Radiologic Technology. With highest distinction, Timothy Amon. With high distinction, Nicole Byron. With high distinction, Caitlin Carillon. With distinction, Kelly Casterline. With high distinction, Anna Gaddis. Lisa Genda. Christina Henderson. With distinction, Suzanne Lutton. With highest distinction, Heather Miller. With highest distinction, Hannah Nunn. With highest distinction, Jillian Porter. With high distinction, Jamie Shalosky. With distinction, Rachel Shaver, also receiving with distinction Associate of Applied Science in Community Services Technology. Shireen Suleiman.
Class of 2016, it is now time to signify your new status as graduates by turning your tassels to the left side of your mortarboard. Congratulations. Graduates, no one makes this journey alone. You have been supported in many ways by parents, spouses, friends, and other loved ones. In many cases, they have worked and sacrificed much to help you achieve this dream. So it is appropriate that you now acknowledge all family members and friends who are here today. Please turn to the audience and express your appreciation. I now invite everyone to rise and join Catherine Miller in singing our alma mater. The words are on page 66 of the program.
Close beside Cuyahoga's waters, stream of amber hue, o'er old Buchtel's summit's glory waves the gold and blue. Here we Akron sound her praises, speed them on the gale. Ever stand our alma mater, Akron Hill, all hail.
Please be seated for the final portion of our ceremony. Graduates, you are now alumni of the University of Akron. I'd like to ask Mr. William Coleman, classes of 2008 and 2010, and Director of Alumni Relations, to welcome you to the University of Akron Alumni Association.
Thank you, President Scarborough, and congratulations, fellow alumni. As we draw near the end of this special commencement ceremony, a day which you have indeed earned, you will rise from your seat and walk out those doors, a proud graduate of the University of Akron. Before you do, know that you are about to become part of a larger family. A family made up of 172,000 Akron alumni spanning the world. In 1870, this university was founded on the principles of equal education and philanthropy. Just 3 years later, our university, then known as Buchtel College, graduated its first student, a woman named Susie Chamberlain, who earned a Bachelor of Science degree. That year, Buchtel College graduated 4 students. This weekend, we graduate over 3,000. 3,000 graduates who will join a solid foundation of Akron alumni grounded in achievement, one with a reputation for putting our heads down and going to work. We are national champions, we are business owners, award-winning writers, artists, educators, and pretty awesome nurses too. Woo! We are the Akron Blue and Gold, and we zips are everywhere, and we take care of our own. As alumni director, I extend to each of you an invitation to build and strengthen this common bond, to be active in the University of Akron Alumni Association, from recruiting new zips to mentoring current ones, to sharing your professional experiences to a class where you once were a student, or attending this fall's homecoming celebration. For there now exists among us an eternal linkage, Know that your achievements will add to the collective success of our alma mater, our community, our nation, and our world. On behalf of more than 172,000 alumni worldwide, I am pleased and very honored to welcome you as members of the University of Akron Alumni Association. Best wishes, and all you do, fellow alumni, and go Zips!
The class of 2016's response will be delivered today by Maggie Johnson. Now, before she does, allow me to tell you a little bit about her. Maggie graduates today summa cum laude from the College of Health Professions, having earned a Bachelor of Arts in Social Work with a GPA of 3.9. She has been on both the Dean's and President's list, was the NASW-BSW Region 8 Student of the Year, and was the winner of the Wayne County Women's Network Scholarship Award. Maggie also is a member of multiple honor societies and recipient of numerous scholarships. She supplemented her education with experiential learning gained through an internship at Northwestern Elementary School in West Salem, Ohio. She also served as president of the Student Social Work Organization at Wayne College and was a volunteer for several community projects in Wayne and Summit counties. Maggie worked part-time at several jobs while earning her degrees, including an assistant varsity volleyball coach at Triway High School in Worcester. She has been accepted into the Advanced Standings Masters of Social Work program at the University of Akron. Maggie is the daughter of Craig and Sandy Johnson of Orville. Maggie, we are honored to invite you to come forward and address the Spring 2016 graduating class. Maggie?
Thank you, President Scarborough, and thank you, Mr. Coleman, for your welcome to the University of Akron Alumni Association. On behalf of the Spring 2016 graduating class, I proudly accept your invitation to continue our relationship with our alma mater by joining the Alumni Association. I want to start by saying congratulations, fellow graduates. We are all seated here today because we worked hard and earned a place here. Looking out at all of you, I'm sure there are so many thoughts racing through your heads regarding what will happen next. Some of you might know exactly where your path may lead. You've been ready to graduate since December. Others might be a little intimidated about what will happen next in your journey. And if you're like me, you're wondering, how am I old enough to graduate college and start adulting? Just the other day, I was finally starting to feel grown up and ready to move on to bigger and better things. Then I went to babysit. The girls I watch are 3 and 6. The 3-year-old looked at the scar on my hand and said, "What's that?" I said, "Oh, I'm so silly. I burnt my hand on my curling iron." She turned to me with a very serious face and said, "You should know better. Only grown-ups are allowed to use those." Boy, was that a reality check. Maggie Johnson, old enough to graduate college, not old enough to use a curling iron. On a more serious note, I'm here today because I want to assure each and every one of you here that you will succeed. You might be thinking, how can she promise that? I mean, that's very nice of her to have so much faith in all of us, but come on, be realistic. But I promise you will succeed. And you want to know how I know? It's because each of us has strengths. Strengths that are unique. Strengths that will propel us into our next steps in life, whether it be graduate school or the job market. When I think about strengths, I think about superheroes. Batman and Superman, to be exact. Why those two? Superman, that's obvious. He was born with extraordinary superpowers. He's good at everything and can beat anyone. He doesn't ignore his strengths either. He takes every advantage of them. Batman, on the other hand, wasn't born with extraordinary powers. Instead, he found these strengths within himself and built on them. He can be beaten, but never defeated. Superman and Batman do have one thing in common. They help others even though they aren't obligated to do so. They could just sit back and relax in their awesome fortress of solitude or Wayne Manor. Instead, they put their strengths to use in the service of others. In this room, there are Supermen and women and some Batmen and women. Some of you may be like Superman in the sense that you knew your strengths since the day you registered for classes, and you have used them to your advantage throughout college. Others may be more like Batman and only recently discovered them. Maybe a professor, class, or friend helped you uncover your strengths. Moving forward, it's important to remember that while we are unlikely to gain super strengths, each of us is likely to discover or develop new strengths. Maybe your strength is you never give up or stop learning. Maybe your strength is you can bring out the best in others. And just like Superman and Batman, having strengths isn't enough. You've got to put them to use. Just think, where would Gotham be if Batman never suited up? Use your strengths. Yes, there will be obstacles in your path. Yes, you will encounter your own personal kryptonite. Do not let that stop you. Trust that the knowledge and skills you developed at Akron will support you. Neil Gaiman once said, "The one thing that you have that nobody else has is you." Your voice, your mind, your story, your vision. So write and draw and build and dance and live as only you can. Be a doer, be a leader, be a role model, and most importantly, remember to be you. Congratulations, fellow Zips.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was the Akron Blue and Gold, our well-known fight song, which has come to represent so many aspects of excellence and student success at our university. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the many individuals whose good work made today possible. First, let us thank our musicians and our vocalists. First, the artistry of Ms. Catherine Miller, our vocalist. Mr. Jeremy Avalos, our guitarist. And Dr. Christopher Blaha and the University of Akron Brass Choir. I'd also like to acknowledge our university orators, Honors College Program Specialist Mrs. Deborah Gannon, and member of the National Alumni Board, Mr. David Harris. I also want to thank the university marshals whom you see in their gold robes. They are faculty and staff members who volunteer their time to help organize and facilitate this ceremony. Thank you, marshals. Last but not least, let's also thank our interpreter, Ms. Lori Palmer. And so we conclude our commencement ceremony on behalf of the trustees, faculty, and the University of Akron family everywhere. I want to wish everyone happiness, much success, and many happy returns to your alma mater. Thank you.
As we conclude our commencement exercises, we ask the stage party to please rise and remain standing. We ask our graduates to rise and remain standing. Guests of our graduates, please remain seated until the recessional has concluded. We also suggest that you meet your graduate in the Goodrich lobby. Thank you for attending the 217th commencement exercises of the University of Akron.